in Oahu with Hawaii's true real estate and get host, full hour Hawaii's premier real estate leader, Adrienne Lally, and Attilio Leonardi will bring you the latest in real estate news and real-world strategies on how they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it. Now, here are your hosts, Adrienne and Attilio.
Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Well, hey, everybody, this is Attilio, and this is the part of the show art. And Adrienne, what is that art? It's an acronym. What's it stand for?
It's that
random because I am constantly in a state of learning and looking for things to bring to our listeners that I hope will, if you execute on this information I'm sharing with you, make either a better version of you and or maybe bring some improvement into your life and the people that are around you.
So what kind of art do you have for us this week, Attilio?
Yeah, so I want to go back to it's an oldie but a goodie, and it's a guy named David Kiyosaki. Who's that?
He is Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Well, first of all, here's the tip for you guys. If you want to really get to know something, teach it.
Yes.
Teach it more and more. Talk about it.
Internalize it.
Yeah, internalize it. And how we internalize it. You guarantee that you're going to know a topic if you teach on it, talk about it on a radio show, whatever it is that may be. So here's what I want to talk about, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And Adrienne, I know you may or may not know this all on top of your head. I've been talking about it with my kids. I've been talking about it with other people. I've been studying it. So it is top of mind for me. But it's good for me to ask you questions because it's more interesting than me just vomiting just stuff on people. Let's have a dialogue versus a monologue. So David Kiyosaki has what we call the cash flow quadrant. This is something good for everybody to be reminded of coming the beginning of the year. We want to make a new change. We want to pivot. We are coming, folks. It's gonna be okay. Pandemic, we are coming out of it. We got vaccines. We got protocols in place. Hotels are opening up. Waikiki is opening up. Folks, it's going to be okay. All right? Take a deep breath. Namaste. Everything gonna be okay. All right, so cash flow.
I feel better already.
Cash flow quadrant. This is something that existed pre-COVID. It's existed during the pandemic, and it's going to exist long after we are all vaccinated and maybe not wearing masks anymore. But I think masks are cool, especially if you're just in a sour mood. And I can't tell.
If you have bad breath, or if you have crooked teeth.
Yeah.
Or, if you just have the RBF, you just don't know.
Maybe you want to have a message. I like my Adrienne a mask that says "Be kind."
Yes.
I just look at people.
And they smile.
With my mask. With my mask, it says "Be kind."
That's right.
So cash flow quadrant. Quadrant infers that there are 4 parts to it. So just imagine, draw a line down the middle, draw a line horizontal across a piece of paper, divided into 4 sections. And we're going to talk about typically how wealth is built or not built in this country, on this planet, based on what David Kiyosaki has talked about in his book. What's the name of the book?
It's Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So he has the 4 cash flow quadrants. And Adrienne, do you remember on the left side where 90% of the people are? What are the 2?
I believe it's an employee.
Employee.
And self-employed.
Self-employed. Now, there's a difference between a business owner versus a business operator or somebody that's self-employed. Here's the difference. If you are self-employed, that means you go to work every day. Let's say you bought like a Subway sandwich shop franchise. You got to go there. You don't quite have enough business or volume or enough employees where you don't have to show up for work. So we call that, what do we call it?
You call that owning a job. You
call
own
that
your job.
owning a job or buying a job. If you're looking at a franchise, you're buying a job. Hopefully you're going to transition to the point where you have employees and you have leverage and things to take care of. So employee, self-employed is on the left 2 quadrants. 90% of people in the United States are either working for somebody or they work directly in their own business in the United States. Those are the statistics. Something interesting, less than 10% of the wealth in the United States is controlled by 90% of you who have a job or own a job.
Mm-hmm.
All right, other side of the vertical axis, or the top right quadrant and the top bottom quadrant, what are those two?
That
categories?
is, yes, that would be the a business owner and then the investor.
The investor. Good job.
Yes.
You remembered all of this. You didn't even study up on it. So business owner would be someone that has a business that you receive passive income from, or what we call mailbox money. This is money that comes to you because you own the business. You don't work directly in it. And whether you're feeling sick, whether you got COVID, whether you're on vacation, whether you're being like James Bond and you're in the casinos in Monaco, going up and ordering a martini, shaken but not stirred, the money comes in. Now, that's a business.
Mm-hmm.
This is an income stream. Investor, where's the income coming from for investors?
That would be from, that would be like passive income. So for example, hopefully we'll get Kyle on the line today and he'll talk a little bit about the investing strategies that you can do through a DST. So I have a DST and that money just shows up in my account every month and I don't have any, there's no worries. There's no stress.
It will get the details later with Kyle, and if not, I'll cover it because that's a good note on the class yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, give the people the simple math. You invested how much money, and how much money do you get a month?
So I invested $100,000 through a 1031 exchange.
Where did that money come from?
I sold a condo in Florida that I've owned for about 20 years. And the proceeds, which was $100,000, was 1031 exchanged into a DST. So now I get $500 every month that just shows up in my account by the 5th of the month.
Oh, by the way, Adrian, Shira says, yeah! She used to work for Yahoo, so she left off the who part, so she says, yeah! Anyway.
So speaking of business owners and investors, we have Duke Kim Han of Hawaii Pacific Property Management calling in with his tip of the week.
Hey, Duke.
Hey, hi. I'm in Las Vegas right now, so
nice.
My tip may be a little bit twisted. I'm
all right.
joking.
Give us the twisted tip of the week.
What are the odds on your twist? What's the bookie odds?
What are my odds? Yeah. So one of the things that I sent the video out this week was I have many owners who have older houses that have a back room or a rental, and they try to include water and electric in the rent. It's always a bad idea because people who have water and electric included usually that. And let me give you an example. We had a home back rental in it, like a mother-in-law quarters, and he had his own washer and dryer. So he was bringing home all the towels from his workplace to wash, and he was charging the workplace per towel to do it. And of course, the owner ran up electric and water to the tune of $800 a month extra.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. So he also didn't do house rules. So I always say include house rules to say what the limit is that they can use on each of those utilities. And we've been having a whole lot of trouble with owners who try to save a little bit of money, who try to make the tenants do lawn work, do landscaping. So we've just been in a legal fight with 2 tenants who just totally let the yards go. So we got quotes on landscaping to redo the lawns and the trees and the shrubs, and all of them were over $1,000.
Oh yeah,
so
landscaping is expensive.
But it's a big part of your curb appeal to your house and your value. So why would the owners leave that to a tenant to do? Tenants come in 2 modes: love lawn work, hate lawn work. 75% of the time, you're going to get a tenant who just hates lawn work, but wanted to save money because he got a cheaper rent. So he'd go out there every 2 months and mow the lawn and trim the trees, if that. And when they take off, they know they're leaving. They don't do any lawn work.
So Duke, what
So
is
now,
your guys' policy on this now with all these issues that you've been coming across?
so we tell owners that we will not manage their properties unless they include lawn service.
Professional landscape.
It's just, it's too hard to fight. And basically, we're going to lose.
Yeah.
You're going to lose on carpet and you're going to lose on landscape. So people that have carpet, we're going to get into a fight with them and we're going to go to court. There's going to be legal fees. It's just not worth it.
So 2 hot buttons, landscaping and carpets.
Tenants taking care of the landscaping is like having a chocolate cake in your refrigerator and swearing you're not going to eat it. You're going to eat it! And you ain't going to do, and this ain't going to do the landscaping.
No.
So,
yeah, it's rare. It's rare. So there have been cases where we've had tenants who've done a great job with the lawn.
Mm-hmm.
But I will tell you that the amount of sleep that the owner and the property manager will lose over landscaping is not worth it. So unfortunately, I just won't take owners that have that kind of decisions to make.
So Duke,
And
do you have any tips for any homeowners, like as far as the type of landscaping? I know that you have a opinion about the kind of flooring, right, to keep, the problems to a minimum. How about the landscaping? What should they be putting in their yard?
A lot of owners who have had rentals for a long time try to minimize the amount of grass they have, because grass takes 2 things. It takes water and it takes somebody to cut it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have less grass, you have less maintenance. And then you can send a yard guy out there once a month or once every 2 months just to spray for the weeds.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
just so much easier. So here, my house in Vegas doesn't have any grass. We don't have any problems with landscape. I send my lawn guy there once every quarter to just spray for weeds.
So low maintenance. Low maintenance yard.
But there's people here that love grass, so they get grass in their yard. You got to pour all that extra water in it, and you got to get somebody to come and cut it. So
even in Hawaii, in some of the Everglades areas where it's very arid, you're spending a lot of money on water, even if we are in Hawaii.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you're in a HOA, you have rules to follow. Your landscape cannot exceed this. You only can plant certain plants here. You cannot do this, and you have to do that. So, we get fines on some of that stuff.
Yeah.
And tenants refuse to pay them.
Yeah.
So we go back to the owner. We say, hey, Mr. Owner, we told you about this. So now we're in this predicament.
Yeah. And a professional landscaper, if you get a notice from the association, you can at least get a hold of them and they'll get out there. Tenants going to be like, not my problem.
Yep.
Life is too short.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you want professional opinions, call me. If you don't want professional opinions, don't call me.
Yeah, keep it simple. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Thank you, dude.
Some people want professional opinions and they call me and they don't do what I say. So then they wind up in this position.
Yep.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Anyway, thank you.
Get a Aloha.
Hey, Kyle, before we get started, I want to update my little tagline here at the bottom. What's the best number to reach you guys at?
For us, 784-4000.
4,000. Ooh, like an easy number. All right.
4,000. Yes.
784-4000.
So before you came on, Kyle, I identified that you are the investor quadrant with this DST strategy that you have. So basically,
Quote Solutions. So,
Oh.
We bought that book. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we have
Yeah.
the nephew. Well, I think it's the nephew of the son of the poor dad. Because I think Kiyosaki, his dad was the poor dad, right?
Kiyosaki's dad, his actual dad was the poor dad, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then his uncle was the rich dad. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So talking about getting into that investor quadrant where you put your money somewhere and you get the passive income with little or no management completely. I think many times, myself included, I have property. For the most part, it's passive income. Yet I get those calls to fix something, or hey, tenant was going to move out, and there is still some work involved, and so it's not truly 100% passive. Whereas DST, you sell a property, you 1031 exchange into a Delaware statutory trust. In these trusts, there's properties like Walmart. There could be an Amazon distribution center. It might be a commercial property, could be a medical facility, and you get that ongoing revenue stream when the tenants pay their rent, and then you receive the income stream. And it's managed professionally by a real estate company, so it's completely hands-off.
Now, I was super excited when I sold my rental property. It was actually excellent timing. January, right before COVID, and you helped me to get into a storage facility. So, I know that there's been some moratoriums on evictions and, tenants that haven't been able to pay rent. So it's been a little bit of a mess, especially here in Hawaii. So I don't know. I felt like the timing of everything for my personal situation was excellent.
Yes. And I think about in America, we're consumer coaching. We keep it, we store it. So yeah, your specific DST and self-storage is great, right? And for that $50 to $200 a month payment, all right, and like that of assets.
All right. So if we do have your number as 734-4000. If
84.
Wait, 784.
Oh, sorry, 7.
4,000.
Yep. And if any of our listeners about the DT, you can ST. And Kyle and his team we're going to be hosting webinars every month, and could even set up a one-on-one meeting with Kyle.
Yeah. You can do a one-on-one meeting. I'm sure they could set up something. If you're an inquirer out there and you want to, I don't know, have some financial planners come in and talk to the people. Now's the good time of the year, right? Everybody's reorganizing their finances, setting new goals. This would be a good time.
Yep. Tax strategy for 2020 and 2021. Yeah, good time.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Al.
Well,
you guys, I just want to market like we have right now, where you make a lot of money. Oh, then you got to go back for IRS rules, and you have only so much time to identify the new property.
And it has to be of equal.
You're going right back into the same competitive seller's market as a buyer. What I'd like to keep, and then dump my money into, say, like an Amazon distribution center that they're building or putting together right now in Arizona.
Or buy a property and use the leftovers or the boot DST. Have that as a safety, right?
Yeah.
Just in case the ones that you didn't identify don't work.
Let's say you want money out of the transaction. 3. Again, we're not wealth advised CPAs. We're not attorneys, legal or life basis. We're providing it anecdotally.
This
Yeah.
yes. Personals, we've got Prince. Hello. Press this week.
Had a claim, a master policy. So I always like to talk about the condo claim. But in this specific incident, the left over and it overflowed and went and my wife had so when property to that person
Next up, we have Jody Tanga, the mortgage genius from Pacific Rim Mortgage. Jody, are you there?
I am.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. What you got for us this week?
So I just wanted to talk about the VA loan limit update. So up to beginning of January, we now have the 2021 loan limit, with the conforming interest rate. So there's two sets of VA interest rates.
Mm-hmm.
There's technically a jumbo and then a regular.
And what's the difference? Are they significantly different or just a little bit?
Just a little bit.
Cool.
But some people do. Some people say like a limit, because they do want to get the better rate, and especially if they're shopping in that price point where it's like, okay, let's say under 833, and it's doable for them, then they're gonna want to find that right property at the slightly lower interest rate. Obviously, in the sense, so it's a huge step up for the VA loan.
So when they increase these limits, is it just, do they take a look at what's happening in the market and then make adjustments accordingly?
Yeah.
Okay, so it goes with that median sale price that we keep seeing month over month.
Yes.
In the 800s.
And each county has their own limit.
Mm-hmm. Well, excellent news. I'm glad the VA has made that adjustment.
Me too. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is that there are some awesome avenues as well for, as long as you don't have any existing VA loans, to do the zero down, and you can go above $2 million.
Wow.
With zero down.
That's insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
Zero down. Buying the house. We were just talking with some friends, and our friend last night, he said he had an officer bought a house in Hawaii many, many years ago for, I don't know, $100,000, and fast forward to today, it's like $2.5 million. So
yeah.
All right.
It's going up.
Well,
so
thank you, Jody. Excellent information on the VA loan limit update. We appreciate your call in.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
Great, thanks,
Jody.
Jody.
I always like having Jody on the show. She makes our IQ go up because she's a market genius.
That's right. And you can get a hold of Jody and her team at 488-5510. Check them out online at packrammtg.com. Now, we're going to take a short break, but stay with us. We do have a special guest that's going to be joining us.
That will change your life forever.
Home. Well, be a real friend to them and tell them about Adrian and Attilio, the agents who guarantee to sell their home. Anna and Aldwin needed to liquidate an investment property in Waikiki to help fund their retirement, but they were concerned about the pandemic. So they hired Adrian and Attilio. The marketing went into full gear, including the 3D interactive tool, a large media push, and it sold for top dollar in only 6 days. Anna and Aldwin can now continue to enjoy their retirement. They are so confident in their marketing strategy. Team Lally will guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they're going to buy it. Life does happen. There's things that will come up, and if you need to get out of the contract, they'll let you out at any time. Adrian Lally, Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. Give them a call today at 799-9596, 799-9596. You want to go online, check them out there. You can do that at teamlally.com. That's teamlally.com.
Hey, it's Sean Hannity here, and I know the business climate has changed dramatically, but if you need to sell your home, don't believe the myth that homes aren't selling. Joining me now is a true expert at selling homes, Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group, Keller Williams, Honolulu. So what's your advice on selling a home right now?
Our real estate team has always been cutting edge with technology. We're using FaceTime for showing homes with buyers and keeping our buyers and sellers safe with the virtual showing anytime and any place. We've sold hundreds of homes this way.
So what does that mean for sellers?
Sean, ignore the fake news. This is an incredible opportunity for sellers. Supply has plummeted. Demand has skyrocketed. People still have to move. We have thousands of motivated buyers ready to buy. We eliminate the tire kickers, conduct the virtual showing safely, quickly, and conveniently to sell their homes.
All right, thanks so much. Look, talk to the agent that I trust for the best advice. Call Team Now 76 online at 808guaranteedsale.com.
Hi, I'm Barbara Corcoran. I hope every family will stay healthy and safe during these uncertain times. Our real estate market is experiencing many challenges every day. If you're planning to move or sell your home now, be sure to get the most current information from the best agent in your marketplace. In Honolulu, you should call Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi. You'll need an agent who is trusted in your community and understands your needs. Go online or call, and please stay safe.
The Team Lally Real Estate Show continues.
Give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it. Welcome back, and thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or We'll Buy It. I'm Adrienne.
And I'm Attilio.
And if you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out.
Our guest today has been a sales and marketing director with Copeland Insurance Group since the year 2000. The Copeland Insurance Group was started by Mel Copeland in Texas in 1962, with the Hawaii office opening up in 2010. Here today to talk about how Copeland Insurance Group can seniors, 65 plus veterans, the disabled, and those with low income. Please welcome our guest, Margaret Wong.
Hello, Margaret.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
So Margaret, maybe you could share with us a little bit about, like, we did a nice intro for you, but how did you get to Hawaii?
Well, my family moved to Hawaii in 1960.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up here, went to school, went to college, and then started working. And in 2010, I just decided to change careers from travel and go into insurance. Do their group insurance care. And there was a great understanding.
To the factory, so good job on that. And
then there's also an office, right? So one of our clients is absolutely, navigating this of the and this is all of the different plans and options and not understanding what would be best. So maybe just a little bit about, like, those services that you do offer seniors.
Well, we believe in really customizing their needs based on individual peers, medications, if they're willing to disclose that personal information. Because what we want to do annually is to make sure they're in the plan for them that year. Every year, we want to provide this as a service. I'm a senior and I know how it is. So if I'm doing the research for myself, I want to make sure that all of our members understand and they're not, we will get involved since we were members for the carriers. So we doctors as well as their patients.
Now, what is this? What does this cost the seniors? How does this? I mean, it sounds like a wonderful service. How much does this cost?
Absolutely nothing, because again, seniors are on a fixed income, so we don't want to be charging them a service that we really should be providing, because we get and because we are brokers and represent most carriers, any one carrier. We do what's best for them, and because the insurance carriers are paying us, we feel that we're being well compensated. Therefore, we'll be at their call anytime, 365 days a year.
Maybe you could share with our listeners an example of a success story and how you're able to save your client, like how much money you're able to save your client on a monthly basis.
Well, very long was they were group charge $900 person, because as you all know, with this Medicare benefit.
Margaret, with this particular client that was on age, right? With the a VIP treatment.
Yeah. What else we got, Adrian?
That's it. We've got about 10 minutes left in the show.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I think that we can talk about market. We can talk about open houses. What do you want to talk about?
Let's finish off talking about what we started talking about in the beginning, which was the David Kiyosaki successful Quadrant.
All right.
Those random thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And so, 90% of the people again have on that quadrant. United States.
They are offside self-employees. That's where 90% of the people are.
Either have a job or you own a job.
Mm-hmm.
And the other
90% of the wealth is on the other side, which is the
other side,
business owners and the investors.
Yeah, and you can be a combination, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have enough passive income from your business, of course, you're either investing it back into your business or you're investing it and having that money work for you.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that we came across, this is not something new, but I wanted to hit up on more of that DST. Did have a conversation with residential property owner yesterday, and we just went through the numbers.
Yeah.
What we talked about is, okay, what kind of mortgage do you have? What's your mortgage payments on that? The second part is, what is the rent that you're collecting?
Mm-hmm.
So what is what do we mean by positive cash flow, Adrian?
Well, that's after all the expenses are paid out. What other things besides taxes? There's vacancy. There's, as the property ages, there's major repairs, right? So that's going to eat into your profits.
So let me ask you something, Adrian. So you had your rental.
Yes.
It blew up. Who gets the call? It's you or your property manager.
My property manager, and it,
that unit, which you have return, and what somewhere between a year.
Yep.
Do you or your mom for the toilet being back with it?
No calls at all. The money just shows my account. My mom is happy to. Yes.
So that's what you want to have your objective, folks, because I don't know, whatever it is that you do, you're trading time. You got to ask yourself, do you want to be doing that when you're 9 years old?